Hey everybody, it's Harry here. I hope you're having a fantastic week, and today I'd like to talk to you about a small thing called little goals. It came to me yesterday when I was finishing off a bottle of water, and I realised that I hadn't really drunk enough water during the day. And I tend to like drinking quite a lot of water. And I have a bottle which I keep with me, and those that know me in person know that I'm always with a bottle of water. And I realised I hadn't had enough that day. So I set myself a goal, and this was about 15-20 minutes before heading to bed, but a small goal that I would finish a complete bottle of water before going to bed. And that got me thinking, so many times in life we set these big, audacious goals, but we get a bit overwhelmed by the sheer enormity of them, when we really should be also focusing on breaking those down into smaller goals. And even though my small goal of drinking that much water before going to bed is not necessarily part of a massive life plan of a goal, but it is part of a goal to drink more water during the day. And I have my target of how many litres of water I want to drink a day. I know how many bottles of water I've roughly drunk, and therefore I knew that I was coming up short. So my goal was, okay, I'm going to focus, I'm not going to bed until I've completed this small goal. And it is a small goal, it's easy, we can all drink a bottle of water. So the point is, where can you find little goals in your life where maybe you can actually achieve greater things when they are compounded? Because people don't tend to realise that it's the small things that are going to make the biggest amount of difference. And small things over time will compound to make large gains. So that extra Snickers bar you're having a day, or that cookie, or that Krispy Kreme donut, oh, it's only a few calories here or there maybe, that extra little cup of coffee or sugar in the coffee, it doesn't make a big difference. Compounded over time, it does. Likewise, the positive goals like walking up just one flight of stairs, that can't make much of a difference. Set yourself a target, the small goal of just walking that one flight of stairs. Rather than thinking to yourself, oh, I'd have to be doing this for 10 years before it made any difference. Don't think like that. Think in terms of small goals. Your goal is just to do those flight of stairs. Your goal is just to drink that extra bottle of water. Your goal is just to go for that walk around the block. Don't necessarily think about all the other blocks you need to walk around. I hope that makes sense to you, because I think it's something that gets lost in this whole factor of goal setting and motivational stuff, and people are encouraged to set these big, hairy, audacious goals. And I do subscribe to that, and I do agree with that. But I also think that you shouldn't lose sight of the small goals, the small wins that you can make on a day-to-day basis, that you don't necessarily have to write down, you don't have to set. You might just think of them 15 minutes before you go into bed and say, you know what, this goal, I'm going to finish this bottle of water before I go to bed, or whatever it might be for you. So, challenge for this week is to start focusing on little goals, daily goals, half-hourly goals, hourly goals, whatever it might be. You know, maybe do all that work before you go and check Facebook for the 100th time that day. Just a small goal. And these small goals not only will compound to make the overarching goal that much more attainable, but it also serves to improve your personality so that you can actually be someone that is used to goal achieving rather than just merely goal dreaming, I guess. Have a fantastic week. Please do remember to leave me some comments and give me the thumbs up if you like this. And I will be happy to respond to as many of those comments I can get to and give you as much advice as I can. So please do drop me a line, keep in touch. Have a fantastic week in the meantime, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, take care, bye-bye.